Hi, so I'd like to do a little tour of my school right now. Yeah, these cows are owned by the school's headmaster. His family keeps a few cows. What we're looking at straight ahead there is the girls' hostel, then an unfinished new hostel, well not new but unfinished anyway, still under construction. There's the dining hall back there and a wood pile. Students chop wood there every day to produce, you know, pieces that are small enough to burn in the kitchen's wood burning stoves. We have a bunch of trees here. On the other side of the trees are the classrooms. We'll go over and take a look at them soon, but I just want to do a quick panorama down here first. Over that way is the soccer field. The biggest building furthest back there is the boys' hostel, and then we have a line of teachers' houses. And this is my house right there. It's a duplex. I live on the left side, or in the left side. The right side is occupied by the headmaster's family, and this house here is supposed to be the second master's house, but I think it's being shared right now by him and another teacher and his family. So let's go take a look over here. Saita! Just greeting the herder. Ya, Nafanya Hilamu. Sema hello. He's shy. Okay. So yeah, wood pile up there is the Bowser that I did the project for, as you may recall. And of course the tractor with it. And the building it's in front of is the main office building, which we'll take another look at. This little shack that's kind of falling apart is the original kitchen of the school. I guess when they first built the school they didn't have the permanent real kitchen done, and they just needed something quickly put together to cook it. Let's go ahead and take a look at it here. This is going to be a long video and I may have to break it up to upload it, by the way. So yeah, this is a wood burning based kitchen. It is, you put a bunch of wood pieces between these three rocks, and then you can set big pots on all three rocks, and that'll hold them up. I think those stumps are used as chairs. Yeah. There's an old video of when the school was first built, and you can actually see this building when it was new and when the mud hadn't fallen out of the walls. And it's kind of cool to see that and see what it's like now. This is the school car. It broke last year and they've been working on getting it fixed, but so far no luck. And this is the office building here. I'd like to jog over here to the left first though. Also, we have two amazing climbing trees here. I don't know what species they are, but they're just incredible. And both are just sort of tangled up in these big piles of boulders. I don't know why. The other one's over there. We'll go take a look. Oh, this little building here is the teacher's bathroom, by the way. Hey! That's one of the teachers there, heading off. I'm not sure where he's going. So this is the generator shack here. So just to orient yourselves, I've been waving the camera around a lot. There's the office building. You can see a little bit of the Bowser there, school car, awesome climbing tree. The kitchen that I showed you is on the other side of the tree. And this here is the generator's shack. And there is our diesel generator. We turn it on every night from 7 to 10:30, except during breaks when there's no students around, because the main purpose of turning it on at night is to give them light to study with. We also turn it on whenever I need to do a computers class. Oh yeah, there's a nice view of the village, hillside area. The village is massive, by the way. It's very spread out. Basically there's like a hut and a big farm that the people who live in the hut tend, and then next to it there's another big farm with one hut on it, and so on. Let's take a look at the bathrooms here. Gents and ladies. Oh. Yeah, just like my bathroom at home basically. You go in the hole and you squat over it. Not much else there. And this over here is the dining hall and the new kitchen. Let's go take a peek. The dining hall has no furniture. I may have already said, so nobody actually dines in it. But sometimes we'll move a bunch of desks in there in order to do an assembly or to do like test taking. Yeah, there's some desks in there right now. This is our dining hall slash testing area slash assembly area. Let's go around to the kitchen. It's probably closed up, but we can at least take a look. Maybe we can take a peek in the windows at the worst case. It's probably closed. Oh, okay. Well, there's basically two rooms. This room is pretty much empty. We use it for storing water. Hopefully you can see the... No, I can't really. Maybe you can see it. There's a big water tank over there. And if you go that way, there's a door to the actual cooking area. Let's try it from this other window, see if there's less glare. Yeah, okay, that works. So on the left you can kind of see the part of the water tank. Straight ahead there's the door to the actual cooking area. And here they use charcoal stoves for small things, and they use big wood burning stoves for bigger things. And they're like actual legitimate stoves. Yeah, so it's a very large water tank. I'm not sure how many thousands of liters. I think 10 maybe? Okay, so that covers all the outlying stuff. Let's get into the main campus. Oh yeah, there's the other tree. That's awesome for climbing. I'm a little sniffly today. So basically, that leftmost door is a little office. Which I don't think anyone's working out of now. This is the teacher's room. It's probably locked. Yeah. So we'll peek in a window. This is the staff room here. Hopefully there's enough light for the things to pick up well enough. Yeah. So we have a TV. Again, that's only on when the generator's on. We do have fluorescent lights in here. And that table across the way is where I usually sit. The map is a recent addition. I like it. And there's a school schedule over there. I don't think that's going to come out clearly enough for anyone to be able to read. Oh well. So yeah, that's the staff room. Should go around to the other side. This is that little office, which is currently unoccupied. This building over here is the main laboratory building. Take a look. This is another office, so there's two little offices on this side. Baby. Morning, how are you? Fine. Yeah, so this is the door to that other office. This is the staff room again. We have the academic office. This is where the academic master sits. Basically, he's in charge of making schedules and arranging tests and stuff like that. And in this office, the academic office, we have a computer, we have a printer, and we have a photocopier. And those we use a lot. Like most of our tests now we type up and then print and then photocopy. And this is the headmaster's and second master's offices. The door on the left is, no, I think you can read them. Headmaster's office on the left, second master's office on the right. Little reception area here. Hey, Suwai. Nina record sa TV. This is our second master, Mr. Loibon. Do you want to say hello?
Hello? How are you?
Yeah. I'm giving a tour of the school.
I'm sorry?
Ninafanya utalii ya shule.
Sasa umesha nirekodi hapa?
Yes, ninazunguka shule yote. Okay. Alright. So he's heading up. So that's, again, we have a satellite dish. That's where we get our TV signal from. That seems to be the only place anybody gets TV signal from out here. Laboratory straight ahead. Computer lab is the next building. And then all the other buildings are classrooms. Let's try to get a sense. It's arranged in like a big U shape here. And there's lots of trees, but hopefully you get the idea. So I'm heading over to the laboratory. We'll just go around real quick. So here the science subjects are always broken up into physics, chemistry, and biology. And they sort of arrange things a little strangely. And like earth science is taught as geography and not considered a science. So this is where they do chemistry stuff. I've seen them doing it. When the school was built, it was a bit chaotic and messy, basically, and these drainage troughs never got covers. So that's a bit dangerous. But nobody really complains. And I don't think anybody tends to fall in there. Tanzanians tend to be a lot better about stuff like that than Americans. No offense, but they have to deal with a lot of stuff like big holes in the ground more often than we do. So this lab I don't think we ever really use much. Although it's cleaner now than it usually is, so maybe we used it. And so that's the lab building. We're coming over to the computer lab building. Let me go ahead and come in. Yeah, we have a chalkboard, in case you're curious about what sorts of things I've been teaching. The Swahili on there is to translate for the students because their English isn't that great. Pretty much anything that isn't translated is something that they know really well. Yeah, it's been a while since I've taught. Because I've been traveling and we've been on a school break. This is the last week of the break and then we get back to teaching. So these are our computers with their dust covers. They are 2 gigahertz Pentium 4s with 256 megabytes of RAM and LCD monitors. And I've actually gotten really used to using them, and they don't seem slow at all to me anymore. Kind of strange, or unexpected anyway. We have some posters. How to turn off a computer and the rules of the laboratory. How to turn off a computer takes a while to teach, and the lab rules there are pretty important and need a lot of information. This typing poster. Pretty self-explanatory, how to put your hands on the keyboard to type. This is all about the internet. We don't actually have internet connection here because there's no cables or anything, and like the modems that use the cell network, the cell signal is too weak here and the building blocks it. So it works a little bit sometimes, but it's very unreliable and it's just not worth getting the modems and messing around with. And then this is a new poster I made. Don't peck! Chickens are not allowed in the laboratory. This is because students like to hunt and peck instead of typing. Okay. And I think that's about all for the computer lab. So this is where I do my teaching. When I first came here last year, I taught both math and computers, but then we got more math teachers and the other computers teacher left, so now I only teach computers. So my job here, my main job here is teaching computers and maintaining this lab and updating it and so on. Okay. So let's head back out and continue our journey. Wow, this is getting to be a very long video. I'm sure I'm going to have to break this up to manage to upload it. And Pole in advance, or sorry in advance rather, for the low resolution it's going to have, because the internet connections here are just not fast enough. This is another, I guess it could be a classroom. It has a strong steel door, so we could also make it another computer lab if we wanted, but we're not using it. We use it for storage. More storage. Oh, we can actually look inside this one because the window is broken. I'm not sure what they do with the long rebars. I guess they must be using it along with the cement construction. Huh. Yeah, this is cement here, so I guess we have lots of construction materials. Maybe it's for the new water tank that they're hoping to build. Oh, those are the students' bathrooms, by the way. And so we're continuing on to the next classroom. We're getting to the end of this side, and then we'll go over to that side. So that's where we came from. This is where we are. We just have a couple more classrooms here that aren't being used, except to store furniture. And then this classroom here that we're passing is the same way. So let's continue on over that way. Let's go take a peek at the soccer field first. Actually, we'll go inside a classroom and we can look at the soccer field from out the window. Okay, so on this set of buildings, the classroom on the left has been turned into a makeshift mosque by the local Muslim student population, which there's not very many of them, but religion is a very big thing here. At my school, or in my area, most people are Christians and a few people are Muslims. People pray every day. There's a period in the evening that's devoted to prayer. Wow, the students left this place really filthy. They're going to have to clean this up when they get back after the break. And actually, let's go inside this one. This one has no lights, and the desks, just so as you understand, the desks are like that. Most of them have chairs built on, like this one here. There's a chalkboard, and you bring your own chalk from the staff room, the office, and you teach on the chalkboard, and the students are responsible for getting their own notebooks and taking notes. And this is the soccer field out here. Some trees in the way. Hopefully you can make out the goal post over there. That's the far goal post. The near one is kind of blocked by the trees. And as you see, it's very mountainous and hilly in this area, and it's beautiful. For those of you who have seen movies by Hayao Miyazaki, I periodically look out and feel like I should see some exotic flying machine cruising over the hills because of his movies. So again, that's the office over there. Labs are over there. We came over here. Hey, słuchaj. Nilfania Utali. Kwenye video. Yeah, this is another of our teachers. More classrooms here. This one's much cleaner. Doesn't have any desks. I think the desks from this one must be the ones that are in the dining hall right now. And basically just have a line of mostly identical classrooms. Oh. Good morning. Good evening. There's some students in this room, even though it's break. Inafanya video ya utalii shule. Inafanya video ya shule ili kuwaonyesha marafiki na ndugu pale Marekani. So, unataka kusalimia? Okay, they say there. So, well, they're too shy to say hi. Endallah. Another classroom, no students. If you see this one has fluorescent lights, some of the classrooms have lights at night, some of them don't. But it actually works out because about half of the students live on campus. That's a little storage shack there. About half the students live on campus, the other half do not. So at night only about half the students are around, so only about half the classrooms get full. So it's okay if only about half the classrooms have light. Oh, I should show you guys the bell. Alright, so this is the line of classrooms we were just coming from. Going on a path out to the middle of the big open area here. Hopefully someday this little tree here will be tall and impressive looking. And this is the school bell. So to use it, take this thing out and smack it. Yeah. And that's the school. I mean, we could go look at closer at those classrooms, but they're the same as all the others, so. Yeah, this is where I live, this is where I work. I think it's very nice. And, yeah. That's about it.